Hi there, all you creative artists, filmmakers, video editors, sound mixers, visual effects artists, animators, whatever creative thing that you're doing. This is Joe Herman with another review for you creative people out there. I recently had the opportunity to review an exciting new product from HP. It's a display. Displays are exciting products, but they often don't get the attention that, let's say, a workstation or a laptop does. But in this case, I think you'll agree that this is a groundbreaking display, actually, and this display is really innovative. I've been using it now for a few weeks and it's changed the way that I work. So let's take a look at this innovative display and see why this is such an exciting product. Game-changing is a term that comes to mind when describing the new HP Z38c super wide curved display. It arrived in a double box, I suppose to protect the display's actual box. Inside is the Z38c's real box. Upon opening it up, I was greeted by cables such as USB-C, DisplayPort, and HDMI 2.0 to connect the display to your system. There's also a power cord, quick setup guide, and a factory calibration report. Here's a closer look at the factory calibration report with the charts for the sRGB calibrated gamut, sRGB color checker, grayscale tracking, and gamma log. There's the display as packed. Since the Z38c is a curved display, there's a lot of empty space in the box to accommodate the packing material. The first thing I removed from the box was the Z38c's sleek-looking stand. Next thing out was the curved display panel itself. With the packing material removed, you begin to see the sleek and innovative design of the Z38c, as well as the substantial quality of its build. Not only is it startlingly super wide, but also subtly curved across its breadth. On the upper left corner of the display is its energy rating. Here's a look at the lower right edge with the power button, as well as several menu buttons to control and customize the appearance of the display. The HP Z38c can also be mounted on any standard VESA mount as well. There's some of the ports on the Z38c, including HDMI, DisplayPort, audio, and 2 USB ports for connecting, let's say, a keyboard and mouse. The next step was to mount the Z38c on its stand, which was easy enough. Here you can see the subtle curvature of the Z38c display, which makes the pixels towards the periphery of the panel looking bright. On the side of the display you'll find a USB-C connection, which is a great way to connect it to your system since it is capable of transferring data, video, and up to 65 watts of power. This is especially good if you want to power the display from a mobile workstation such as an HP ZBook. The first time I turned it on, I was greeted by this landscape, which immediately impressed me how immersive and expansive the display truly was. One of the top features of the HP Z38c super wide display is the fact that it's a 10-bit panel, which is capable of displaying over 1 billion colors simultaneously. With 10-bit color, subtle color variations and gradients appear smoothly without the kind of unsightly banding that you might see on an 8-bit display. If you're involved with computer graphics or animation in a serious way, you're probably used to having 2 displays on your desk. However, while that does offer more screen space, problems arise due to the physical gap between them, which makes it practically impossible to stretch windows or panels across both. In the HP Z38c, this aggravating issue is neatly solved. Its 4K of resolution is dramatically spread out over a panel with a 21:9 aspect ratio. With a pixel resolution of 3840 by 1600, the 37.5-inch Z38c is like having 2 monitors on your desk. But the wonderful thing is that it's one monitor. No more gap. In this image, I have 2 Adobe applications open side by side. On the left is After Effects and on the right is Photoshop. On the Z38c, there is enough screen real estate to work comfortably in both applications without the need for dual displays, and I can always maximize one application or the other at any time to take advantage of the full width of the display. You can't do that with 2 displays. One of the greatest things you can do with the Z38c, however, is film and video editing, since editing timelines are so horizontally linear. Having two displays doesn't help since you can't stretch the timeline across both of them. The HP Z38c super wide display offers perhaps the best editing experience you can have since you can stretch out your timeline across the entire width of the display as shown here. If you are a 3D animator, you'll appreciate the dimensions of the HP Z38c super wide curved display since 3D software boasts a bountiful bevy of windows, palettes, and controls. Here I was working with Maxon Cinema 4D. Besides having enough room for the navigational viewports on the left, I was able to dock Octane's live viewer window in the center of the screen and still have ample space for the object and attributes managers. When it came to doing actual animation, I felt immersed in the screen. Another application that the HP Z38c is good for is music recording and mixing. Here I am working on a big Pro Tools project with lots of tracks. With the Z38c, there's ample room for mixing while still having room for MIDI and virtual instruments. Having such a wide mixer kind of felt like I was sitting behind a large mixing console in a recording studio. With its 10-bit color depth, extra-wide 4K resolution, and subtle curvature, the HP Z38c curved display is an innovative new product that will make a big difference in the way you work, especially if you are involved in creative arts, animation, post-production, audio, or filmmaking. Why have two displays on your desk when you can have one elegant HP Z38c? The more I use it, the better I like it. Try it out. I think you'll really like it too. Thanks for watching this review of the HP Z38c super wide display. This is Joe Herman. See you next time.